Hello, folks, and welcome here to Wisco Radio. Bryce Hopwood on the call here for you tonight. We're in Sauk, Prairie here tonight for you. Mount Horeb Vikings playing the Sauk Prairie Eagles boys basketball here as both teams have yet to come onto the court here. 7:02. Got to be getting going here sometime soon. Boys JV team ended the night with a win, and we're hoping the boys varsity can do just the same. It's been an interesting season thus far. Mount Horeb sits at 9-7 on the year. Overall, they're 5-3 within the conference, so this game would at least tie them with this Sauk Prairie Eagles team, who sits at 11-5 overall and 6-2 within the Badger North. As far as looking at that and kind of reading into it, Sauk currently sits in second in the Badger North, Mount Horeb third. Mount Horeb definitely has had a couple of games where they can have been able to, keep it close and, off of rough starts maybe in the first half, where they're not shooting well right away in the game. However, Mount Horeb, like I said, they have done a great job at coming back in the second half, no matter if they've been down 6 or 8 or 10 even at some points in some games so far this year. So that's what we like to see out of Mount Horeb. Although what we didn't like to see was the overtime loss that happened in Mount Horeb against this same Sauk team. Was a 55-51 final in Mount Horeb. And so, Mount Horeb kind of shot rough there in the first half. Ended up almost pulling that one out. Got some clutch play from Dom Kruger off the bench. Ryan Cradwell had a big game in that one as well. But both these teams are currently sitting pretty similar other than the overall records. Mount Horeb's had a pretty tough non-conference schedule, and just the same for Sauk. As far as common opponents are concerned, the Sauk team lost to an Edgewood team on the 21st of January here in Sauk for the Badger Challenge, actually, where the last time Mount Horeb was in this gym was that Badger Challenge, where Mike Holum ended the game with 29 points, a career high most certainly, and probably a high in the last couple years. Otherwise, you've had pretty good play recently from everybody. Of Holum leading the team with 11.3 points per game. Ryan Cradwell in his second game back from the sprained ankle. Second on the team with 11.2 points per game. Had 6 points in the last game. Went 2 for 3 from downtown, was his only shots taken. Doyle and Farnsworth both at 7 points a game. And Gunnar Nortman 6.9 points a game. Holum is averaging actually 18 points per game, dating back to that last game in the Badger Challenge. So in his last 4, he is averaging 18 points a game. He is feeling it lately from not only outside, but he's getting in the lane as well, using his size, getting some floaters to go as well. He's just shooting the ball pretty well right now. He's been to the line plenty of times as well, and he's doing his job. Otherwise, you have a couple other guys with over 9 points per game. You have 9.3 from Bama Doyle in his last 3 games. You have Farnsworth averaging 10 points a game in his last 4. And Gunnar Nortman averaging 9.25 points a game the last 4 games for himself as well. Doing a great job as this coaching staff. Coach Nessheim, a fantastic job with a team who often likes to and tends to start slowly, has done a great job at allowing his team to be able to come back in the second half, making second half adjustments. The first meeting against Mount Horeb against Sauk was 3 days before Christmas, December 22nd. So we've got about a month and some change since that last meeting, and Mount Horeb was down 1 at the half and ended up tying the ball game going into overtime, as I said, and losing by 4, 55-41 after that. The leading scorers in that one was Kruger with 17, a career high. Cradwell had 14. Holum had 9. Doyle had 8. And then Nortman and Mitch Ryan added 2 and 1 respectively. The leading scorer in that one for Sauk was Carson Rattle. He shot 7 of 12 actually in that game. And 4 of 8 from downtown. He ended with 20. 8 points for Spencer Kostrowski, a little brother who went 1 of 7. He's definitely a guy who can score the ball. He had 8 points. Little brother of Seth Kostrowski, now playing basketball further on in his career. Trevor Wilkinson ended with 11, and Josh Holler also ended with 8. As far as Sauk Prairie is concerned, at least touching on them momentarily, those 4 guys that I just rattled off, other than Rattle, who had the high of 20 in that game, those guys are the guys who are mostly going to be scoring tonight. Dawson Everett, the only one who ended with 2. He's actually the second leading scorer on this Sauk team with 11.1 points per game. Kostrowski with 11.4 is the leading scorer. Wilkinson at 8.9 and Josh Holler at 7.3 points a game. Those guys are going to be doing most of the scoring for Sauk because we're just about ready to get this one started and both teams on the floor for warm-ups. And here they do come out for warm-ups. Mitch Ryan leading the charge here in this one. Looking for a couple lanes, and there they go. But that's a little bit of a quick overview to get everything started. And we're going to actually head to a quick break here. And when we come back, we'll break down this matchup a little bit further. Thank you, folks, for tuning in here tonight. Bryce Hopper on the call for you. This is Wisco Radio. We'll be right back. Welcome back here to Wisco Radio. Bryce Hopwood on the call here for you tonight. Both of these teams been playing well as of late, that's for sure. Both teams have won 6 of their last 9. Mount Horeb winning, as the ball gets stuck in the side of the rim there on the Sauk Prairie side. Nonetheless, Mount Horeb and Sauk have won 6 of their last 9 games. Mount Horeb 3-0 in their last 3 Badger North games. And on the opposite side, you have Sauk Prairie winning their last 4 Badger North games. So, battle of 2 and 3, as I just said, and had an interesting one in Mount Horeb the first time. Team that Mount Horeb will be seeing on Saturday. That's supposed to be the Dodgeville makeup. The Sauk Prairie team lost to on the 6th last Thursday, 65-48. That was in Dodgeville. Mount Horeb has Dodgeville coming to town. Got 3 games this week. As a Mount Horeb fan, you have obviously here tonight, Tuesday, the 6th. Sometimes you just lose track of days, folks, and you just, you get to start taking them off the calendar, and you don't know left from right, and you don't know back from front and side to side anymore. But anyways, Tuesday the 7th, there we go. We're in Sauk here tonight, obviously. Then Friday, Monroe comes to town, and then Saturday, Dodgeville will also be in town. So a conference game here against here in Sauk tonight, and then 2 non-conference games. After that, you have a Tuesday-Friday week. That Tuesday, the 14th, mark your calendars, is DeForest is coming to town. Then we have Friday, the 17th of February, where Wanakee, undefeated 8-0 Wanakee in conference play. That 8-0 should be and is coming to town. And then Mount Horeb ends Thursday, the 23rd of February, in Portage, and that is the final game of the regular season. Then, depending on where we're sitting after that, Mount Horeb would be playing the 28th of February, the last day of the month. No leap year this year. So that's where that sits as far as girls basketball is concerned, because we haven't been getting around too many of those games. Brad did the last one, big Wanakee game last time Wanakee was in town for the girls. Actually, a little bit of news. Mount Horeb's got Thursday home game, which is senior night, and a little something else to put on the bacon bits on top of the loaded baked potato, if you will, the creme brulee topping on a little pudding and whatnot. I could have probably came up with some better analogies. Is Nikki Arneson actually is pretty close to her 1,000th career point. I was talking to Jessie Fisher earlier today, and I told her I didn't want to say anything for fear of, being that guy and whatnot. But I decided just now that, hey, why not? Girls got a couple tough games coming up. They're now sitting at 15-5 after a loss last night in Platteville. I guess a pretty talented Platteville team, pretty big, strong team from the soundings of it. But Thursday for the girls is their senior night, and then they have three. They have 3 more games, 4 if you include the final one, or at least 4 if you include the first round of playoffs, and not just the final end of the regular season. Actually, 2 now, so 3 now. 3. I tell you what, folks, it's been a day and a half here. Next for the girls, Thursday the 9th, as I mentioned, senior night, because it's the last home game, seeing at least on the regular season schedule. DeForest comes to town, and then the next Friday after that, so a week from that day would be 8 days later, they're actually here in Sauk against a 1-8 Sauk team, and then they would have first round of playoffs. So there you go. If you want me to go through it again, if you have my number, text me. If you don't have my number, find somebody who does, and they can text me, and I'll figure a way to get you folks informed. Both teams head off the court here in warm-ups. Anyways, You guys are probably thinking I'm a little bit out of my mind now. Anyways, that's not the point. We're just here to have fun. I think I'm having fun. Well, I don't really know what's going on. Like I said, I don't know what to do anymore. I just go where I'm told to go and do my job and whatnot, and it works out. It really does for the most part. I go watch some basketball games, and at least when I know there's snow on the ground, I watch basketball games. And then when there's not snow on the ground and the leaves are brown and orange, then I'm watching football games, but only on Fridays. That's the only time I notice that football games are on. Then you get to a little bit later when it gets a little bit colder and the leaves are on the ground finally, and then it's on Saturdays and Sundays too. And that's pretty much how I go. And then once the Super Bowl comes around, I know that I'm in the search for the perfect bracket, as is every year with me. And I'll just tell you what, folks, I'm still searching. I'll tell you what, there's always, I like to believe in the underdog a lot of the times, and I know this has nothing to do with the effect of this game, but, why not sit down and have the old fireside chat with Hopwood? That's a good reference right there. It's a presidential reference. That's not one you see every day. Fireside chats. Well, I suppose, maybe couch side, depending on where you're at. Maybe counter side if you're in the kitchen making dinner right now. I could go for some dinner, that's for sure. Anyways, I'm going to stop this rambling now, as we're about 2 minutes and 20 seconds away from game time. The next time we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and tip-off here on Wisco Radio. Bryce Hopwood on the call for you here tonight. Stick around on Wisco Radio. Go to YouTube as well. We got the feed up right now of the Mount Horeb Vikings taking their warm-up shots and getting set to go right before we have your starting lineups here on Wisco Radio. Thank you, folks, for tuning in and sticking around with the pregame show here. Fireside Chat brought to you by our fantastic sponsors here on Wisco Radio. You're about to hear from. No more rambling. Bryce Hopwood on the call for you. We'll be right back. senior 6'6", Mitch Giannis Antetokounmpo Ryan. Behind him, number 21, second game back from the sprained ankle, 6' senior Ryan Cradwell. Next, putting up 29 points in this gym last time he was here, 6'5", senior Michael Holm. Next after him, number 3, 6'2", senior Jackson Rose. Played a vital role in that last game, putting up 13. Beautiful game from him. And last but most certainly not least, number 2, 6' senior Abemador. For Sauk Prairie, you have number 23, Cole Miller, 6'1", senior. Number 12, Spencer Kostrowski, 5'9", junior. Number 4, Dawson Everett. Also number 30, 6' senior guard Josh Holler, as both teams are just about set for play. 18 minutes on the clock here. First period and first half here. So we are just about set. I think everything looks good. We have Everett, Miller, Kostrowski, Wilkinson, and Holler on the floor here for Sauk. Had to make sure. It looked like some guys wanted to go, but then they weren't. Mitch Ryan to start this one off with Everett. And we have the whistle, and we're away. Mitch Ryan gets a tip, and he knocks it out of bounds. Ryan Cradwell almost caught up to it, but couldn't quite knock it back in time. We have our clock issues up here, but Sauk has the ball here on Wisco Radio on the live feed. They'll swing around. Will Sauk into the left corner for Everett. They'll go to the top of the key. Now they'll try to go back to the left. Kostrowski goes over. They'll swing it around. Holler will drive to his right. Now pull it out. Kostrowski around. That's Miller. Miller picks up his foot and travels. As now we have almost the clock in the right spot here on Wisco Radio. We're having technical difficulties, but that's quite all right. As Mount Horeb's in the front court. Rose gives over for Cradwell right wing, gets it into the right block for Holm. He goes, turns around, bank shot off, no good. He tips it out. Doyle left wing grabs the long board, top of the key, and Rose give off for Cradwell, and we have a foul called. This first one is going to be on Sauk Prairie. He'll be the first guilty party. So we try to get everything set back for you here on Wisco. There we go. That one's going to be on Everett. That's his first foul, team's first, and first of the game. 17:05 here. Mount Horeb still has the ball. And Cradwell will get it in to Doyle. Here, he'll go to his right, cross from right to left, drives in, kicks out for Rose, who goes and dribbles to his right, kicks out for Mitch Ryan, dribbles in with the left, goes right corner for Rose. Rose up for Holm, swinging around for Doyle, left wing, he jab steps, goes, kicks out Cradwell, left wing. He'll dribble in, drive, right-handed lay-in, rolls in, and is good. First points of the night come to Cradwell's stat sheet. That's where we started off. Kostrowski has the top of the key. He lost it, but rolls over to Everett. Now in the corner left side. Kostrowski will go up. They'll swing it around. Holler for three on the right wing, and he's got it. Josh Holler with the three-point field goal to start off Sauk's night of scoring, and Cradwell's into the front court. 16:15 left. Give over for Doyle. Top of the key. Rose swinging around. Holm left wing. Cradwell comes to his right, now goes back to Holm, averaging 18 points per his last 4 games. Now it goes into Doyle right corner. He picks it up, goes up, strong left hand, just off, no good. And it's boarded by Sauk Prairie. Wilkinson gets it up to Kostrowski. Quickly up to Miller. He's looking for somewhere to go. He picks up his pivot foot and is called for the travel with 15. .50 left here. Oh, to Rose, swing it over. Holm, they'll swing it around. Now Doyle in the right corner, goes all the way over left wing for Holm, who's going to let this one fly. Shot is short again, no good. Rose comes down with the offensive board, goes up. They call it a jump ball. It's going to stay here. But I'm a little confused, merely because Rose almost went back up with it when the jump ball was called. I got 17:34 here on the Wisco clock. Hope it'll say now correctly for you. Now, Sauk Prairie's coach asking a question to the referee. As we have a stoppage in play here, no stoppage time. Coach was looking for a clarification, and Cradwell will throw it in from the left side of the backboard. He's looking. Has Mitch Ryan up at the top, and that's where we start the clock. Now it's good on Wisco Radio. Now Doyle top of the key, goes to his left. He'll to his right, actually. Now Cradwell on the left wing for Rose. He'll get it back to Cradwell. Now left wing for three. Shot is long, no good. Doyle almost grabbed left wing and Rose. He dribbles to his right. He'll give off for Holm. Back to Rose. They'll swing it to the left. Mitch Ryan gives off for Cradwell. Now Doyle right wing for three. That one is good as gold. 3 points for Quinn Bama Doyle. 9.3 points a game is what he's been averaging lately. His last 3 games, to be more specific. Kostrowski gives off for Holler for three. Shot is off the back iron, no good. Bounces out. Doyle's got it up into the front court. He goes with the left to his right. Now pull it up into the corner on the right wing. He looks, gets it in for Mitch Ryan, short corner. Goes now, swings around to the left. Rolls in the left corner, dribbles in. Gives it to Mitch Ryan, top of the key. Goes off to his right, gives it to Doyle. Now right wing, even longer three. Shot is just off the mark, no good. Kostrowski to the front court. He gets it up quickly for Everett. Everett will swing it around. He's got Wilkinson to Miller. Back to Kostrowski, up Rose. He's down on the right block. Mitch Ryan's long arms, takes it away though. His pass back out. Cradwell quickly up into the front court. Left wing, almost had it taken. He's going to let a three go from straight on. Shot is laying off, no good. Holm was there. And with 13:29, it'll be Sauk ball. Off the floor for Mount Horeb, Mitch Ryan and Jackson Rose. On come Farnsworth and Nortman. 13:28. Mount Horeb just down one after Doyle's three-point shot. Him and Cradwell combined for the 5. Kostrowski and Holler both have three-point shots. As that shot is off from Everett. Into the front court is Doyle with the ball. It's caught. They'll swing it around. Cradwell. Out. It's tipped away by Kostrowski. He saved it as he ran. Doyle. Holm in the right wing. Top of the key. Dribbles to his left. Gives off for Nortman in the right wing. Left wing. Goes now left corner for Doyle. He dribbles to his right. Kicks out for Farnsworth. Dribbles to his left. Classy gives off to Doyle. Back to Classy. To Holm right wing. A little swing into the corner for Farnsworth. Uses his left hand to dribble. He gets it in for Holm. It's just off there. Who goes to his right. Now kicks out. And we have a foul. That's going to be a foul on 5 for 3. Shot is long, no good. Left wing. He's looking for somewhere to. Nice defense from Doyle. They'll swing it around. Nortman right there on Holler as well. Battle in the right wing. Got it. The 3 field goals for Sauk are all 3-pointers here right away. They're up 9-5. Doyle into the front court. Goes over for Classy in the right corner. He picks up his dribble. Gives over for Nortman left wing. Doyle in the left corner. Guided by Kostrowski. Fires across to the right corner. Doyle does for 3. Holm. Shot is off. No good. And Holler grabs support for Sauk. Kostrowski quickly to the front court. He goes to his right. Doyle tries to swipe it around. Now he gets to Everett in the left corner. Gives off for Kostrowski, who's going to let it fly. Shot is short, no good. Holm grabs the board. Gives off for Nortman, who will be the one to run the point here. Gets it down for Farnsworth. He goes up strong with the right hand, and a foul is called. Everett thought he had the block, but instead he'll be called for his second here in the early going. 11:01 to play. Farnsworth will head to the line and shoot two for sure, as Sauk picks up their third as a team. Farnsworth's first is as good as gold. Now Kruger will come on for Holm here. Off comes Everett and Holler for Sauk. Farnsworth's second is up and rolls in and out, no good. So he'll only get half of what he got at the line. This kicks out, swings it around. That was Young, who's picked up a foul here early to Jorgensen. Now for Kostrowski, he's in the right corner. He goes out, kicks out, swinging it around. Now go left side for Elijah Jorgensen, freshly in the game, just subbed in. Kostrowski now on the right wing. Goes to his right, to his left. Swing it back around. Young goes to his left. Kostrowski around for Rattle in the right corner. Kicks out for Kostrowski. Kostrowski guarded by Doyle, swings it. Jorgensen over for Rattle in the right wing. Now get down to the block, and Kruger will have to kick it out for Kostrowski. Baseline jump shot, 12-footers off, no good. Jorgensen the tip out for Miller. Miller gets to Kostrowski, back to Miller. He goes to his left. Looks for somewhere to go, gives off for Jorgensen. He goes around Kruger, looking off the hands of Young. Now finds his way to Rattle in the right corner. Kostrowski goes right-handed floater shot, short off the front iron, no good. It's going to head out of bounds. Nope, but saved off with the knee of Sauk Prairie. Kostrowski with 9:53 left. It'll be Mount Horeb ball as Cradwell comes off the floor for Doyle. Cradwell to bring it up the floor after Doyle comes off the floor after hitting a three-point shot. Gives off for Nortman, right wing. Now goes left wing for Farnsworth. He dribbles in with his right. He goes up strong with the right hand. Can't get it to go. That one boarded by Young. He gets it up quickly. Jorgensen pulls up now. Bank shot. That one's open. I checked the time, folks. 7:38. I don't know what bank you folks go to, but I'm not so sure about that one, as it now is 11-6 with 9:20 to play. Nortman now feels a little bit of something from Jorgensen. His first, team's fourth here in the still just about first half, just over. So now need to take away timeout from Sauk Prairie. I'm going to take a foul here on the scoreboard with 19:19 left. Holm comes in for Classy. Cradwell to bring it up here. Mount Horeb down 5, 11-6. Cradwell gives over for Kruger. Dribbles to his left, stops, tries to spin through, but gets called for the travel. And possession will head over to Sauk. Kruger just got a little out of control there. Couldn't reset himself. Kostrowski over for Miller, into the left corner for Jorgensen. Rattle top of the key, guarded by the much larger Holm. Sauk team probably one of the smaller you'll see. It's Aiden Young. Dribbles to his right, goes up strong with the right hand. Shot is way long off, no good. Now a fight for the ball, and Aiden Young gets it back, swinging around. Jorgensen over for Kostrowski for three in the left wing. Shot is short off the front iron, no good. Nortman grabs the ball, now fights with Jorgensen. But Cradwell ends with it. He gets it up for Nortman as there's a slight quick press. As Nortman crosses from left to right, kicks out for Holm, swings around for Cradwell, who will look to set up some offense. Cradwell goes over for Farnsworth. Swinging around for the corner, and Kruger gets it into the block, flips it back to Kruger. Farnsworth top of the key, gets it to Kruger. Bounce pass into the left block for Nortman. He dribbles to his right, goes up straight. Right hand floater is up and good. 2 for Nortman. He gets his scoring night started. He scored at least 8 in a row. I think it might have been 11 in a row for Mount Horeb in that last game against Baraboo at home on Saturday, as we have the first foul called here on Mount Horeb. That's going to be Kruger with the push. Team's first. 7:59 left. Off will come Aiden Young in will come Wilkinson. The inbounds pass from Miller, looking for somewhere to go with it, gets the bounce pass into Kostrowski. So swinging around, Wilkinson to Jorgensen to Rattle in the right wing. He jab steps and goes to his left. Now finds the bounce pass. Going to Kostrowski, kicks out for Rattle for long for straight on three. Shot rattles out, no good. Long rebound is gotten by Wilkinson. He gets it in, Kostrowski. Back to Jorgensen, now left wing. He's going to let this one fly. Shot is off and no good. Nortman the board. He gives off to Cradwell, who will lead the point. He slowly walks it up. He's got that brace on that right ankle. So he gives it to Norman. We wouldn't think that he sprained that ankle as he rolls, fires one in for Holum. Bank is out and no good. Wilkinson grabs the board. Kostrowski quickly pushes the pace to Rattle. He gets it now. Kostrowski goes over for Miller. Bounce pass for Jorgensen. Kostrowski will swing it around. Miller gets to the free throw line. Now swinging all the way to the left corner for Rattle. He'll go up. Right hand off, no good. Kruger grabs the board. Now he feels something, and that's going to be a foul with one on the arm. Kruger doing a nice job of ripping and sweeping there with 6:58 left. That's going to be Wilkinson's first, the team's fifth, as Nortman gets it in for Cradwell. Cradwell into the front court. Gives off for Rose to Kruger. Fires over for Nortman. Gets into the left block for Holmes. Kicks out Kruger from straight on for three. You think with how quick that action's going, can't keep up, as I said. And that's a tie ball game. Kruger comes in with another timely three. He's done that in a couple other games this year. And we have a tie ball game at 11 apiece. Sauk swinging around with just under 6:25 to play. Kostrowski goes off to his left, gives it to Jorgensen in the left corner. He looks for somewhere to go with it, gets it to Kostrowski. Kostrowski swings it around Rattle, gets it to Miller. Wilkinson kicks out for Kostrowski. He dribbles in, gives it to Jorgensen over. Now he'll swing it around. Wilkinson for three, right corner. Shot is up and good. Wilkinson for three, and he sees Kruger's and matches him. 14-11. Left wing, Rose crosses up, jump stop off the glass, no good. Growing up through the varsity program is coming in for Jorgensen is Holler with 5.5 to go. Mount Horeb down 3. Kruger bounce it a couple times for Cradwell so he can reestablish position on the court and call a play and get this one started. Goes to his left, gives it for Rose. Gets it in for Holum. He's on the right block, turns around, right-handed. Bank shot is good for Holum, and he'll start his scoring night off with 2 from there. Missed his first couple, but gets that one to go. It was Rattle now from the right wing for 3, and he's got it. 17-13. Rattle, who had 20 in this first matchup, is 4 of 8 from downtown. Starts that one off strong. Norman goes over Cradwell, top of the key. Back over for Nortman. He's in the left corner for 3. This one's off, no good. And high up in the air was Rose, but went off his hands just a touch. Boarded by Miller. Quickly up for Kostrowski. Back to Miller, top of the key. They'll swing around Holler. Come to his right to Rattle. Bounce it for Miller. Miller looks, swings around. Kostrowski goes up with the athletic, laying off and no good. Rolls the board. Mount Horeb still down 4 here early. I should say later portions as Kruger now top of the key goes over for Rose in the left wing. Jab step and he goes and he travels. You say he didn't put the ball on the floor as Doyle comes on for Cradwell and Mitch Ryan for Nortman with 4:15 to play. Pretty clean game, going by quickly here. Only 6 fouls as for both teams. As Rattle comes on now. In his place will be Devin Ballwig, 6'3", senior forward. Kostrowski will be the one to bring it up the floor, and Doyle will be guarded on him. He crosses right through. He gets it to Wilkinson. He kicks it. They'll swing it around over. That's Miller. That's it. Swings around for Holler. Kostrowski over for Miller. Miller gets it back to Kostrowski with just under 4 to play now. Wilkinson goes to his left. I'll get it back to Wilkinson. He gets on the block. Goes with the reverse, and it's blocked. But a foul is called. That's going to be a foul on Holm, his first. That looked pretty darn clean for me, but it's going to be the second team foul on Mount Horeb. Wilkinson's first is up and good. Classy will come in here for Kruger. 3:50 here, first half. Sauk up 18-13, now 19-13. After Wilkinson's second made free throw, he's got 5 on the night. 19-13, 6-point lead for them. Holm goes to his right, goes up strong on the right block. Shot off, no good. Holm, offensive board and put back is good for 2 for him. Quickly up, knocking it away is Mitch Ryan. Does a nice job at paying attention there. Otherwise, that could have been an easy 2 for Sauk. 19-15, Mount Horeb cuts the deficit to 4 after being down 5 earlier. Miller looks to get it in. Gets it to Wilkinson, who dribbles back to his right, guarded by Classy. Goes up with the right hand, count the bucket. It's up and good. That foul is going to be on Classy. That foul is going to be Classy's first. And the free throw is good, so it'll be 22-15. Sauk leads here after Wilkinson gets the and one. Doyle gives off for Holm. Goes over left wing for Rose. He crosses to his right, back, jump step, and there's a foul called on that end. That'll be Sauk's 6th as a team. That one's going to be on Wilkinson. His second. And Rose will be at the line to shoot 2 with 3:17 to play here. 22-15 the score. Mount Horeb down 7. Off the front iron, short, no good for Rose. As Rattle will come in back in for Wilkinson. So probably the most undersized team Mount Horeb will play pretty much all year. As Rose's second is up and true. So that'll give Rose his first point of the night. And Kostrowski into the front court, guarded by Doyle. They'll swing it around. Holler. Miller over. Ford back in the game, Ballwig. Rattle. Comes back to his right. Gives off for Miller. Goes back. Free throw line shot is up, off, no good. Tipped out there from Holler. Mount Horeb ball. 2:52 to go. Doyle will lead this offensive charge, looking to get some points here, down 6. Gives over for Rose in the right wing. Gets it back to Doyle. Swings around left corner for Classy. Classy to Doyle. He jabs up. He dribbles in, goes up, looks, gets it out for Holm. And now we have a foul called in there. That's going to send Doyle to the line for the 1-and-1 with 2:37 left. And that foul is going to be on Kostrowski, his first. See his 3 points here. Doyle at the line for his 1-and-1. Doyle's first is up and at him. He's got 1, does Doyle, with 2:37 here. Mount Horeb just down 5, can bring the deficit to 4 here with the second. The back end will rim out, no good. And Doyle will have now 4 for the night. 22-17, still the score with 2.5 to play here first half. Kostrowski will go off for Miller left corner. Rattle over for Kostrowski, who will dribble in with the left. Kick out for Rattle. Dribble in, kick out. Guarded by Mitch Ryan was Ballwig. Swinging around. Holler will spin. Give it to Ballwig. He grabs it in the right corner now. Mitch Ryan almost beat him there. Now Mitch Ryan with the tip. Classy with the tip away. And Rose will bring it into the front court off the steal. 2:05 left. Rose will look for somebody to get the call. Comes over to the right. Rose gets to his right. Goes up for Mitch Ryan. He gets it down on the left block, and a foul's called that'll send Mitch Ryan to the line with 1:50 to play. That would have been the lob play to go for Mitch Ryan, but he receives it. And the foul now at the 1-and-1. That one was on Ballweg. And Cradwell will come on for Classy here in this last 150 for Mitch Ryan's 1-and-1 bonus. 22-17. Mitch Ryan's first, rims out, shot is off, no good. And Holler gets it to Kostrowski to run the point. He dribbles to his left, guarded by Doyle. He's all over Kostrowski. Beautiful defense. Miller gives off for Holler. He stops, pulls up. Shot is long, no good. Mitch Ryan tips it up. Still being tipped around, and gathering is Holm with 1.5 to play. Cradwell gives over for Holm in the left wing to Mitch Ryan. He crosses from right to left on his man. He goes up with the right hand, and he's fouled, and they'll head to the line for 2 with 1:18 to play. Sauk's 9th team is a foul now. Second on Ballwig as Mitch Ryan kind of crossed up Ballwig a little bit. He beat him to the left. Mitch Ryan, his first is up, and that one is true. Is up and good. Cuts the deficit to 4 now. As Kruger comes in for Rose. And off comes Ballwig. In again is Aiden Young. Mitch Ryan's second will roll off, no good. Kostrowski over from Miller. He's back to Kostrowski, goes to his right. Kicks it around for Miller. He's at the right elbow, gets it in for Young. Left hand is off, no good. Mitch Ryan the board with a minute to go here. 22-18 still. Cradwell up into the front court, gives it to Doyle left wing. He goes to his left, through his legs, gives back to Holm, swings around right wing for Cradwell. Thought about it, now he will. 3 is off and no good. That one is boarded by Young. Holler will go up with the right hand, and he lost it. But they're going to get a foul call. I believe this one's going to be on Mitch Ryan. Let's just wait here. That foul is going to be on Cradwell, his first. At the line for 2 is Holler. His first is rattling home and good. Extends Sauk's lead there. As Farnsworth comes on for Mitch Ryan now. 41 seconds exactly on the clock. 23-18. Holler set for his second. It's up and rattles its way home again. Cradwell will be the one to bring it up the floor here as Sauk's lead is now 24-18. Cradwell gives off right wing for Doyle. He goes to his left. Gets it. Right hand is off. No good. But a foul is called, and Doyle will head to the line for 2. Almost got it to opportunity as Mitch Ryan now at the check-in counter. Doyle, 10th team foul for Sauk. The first on Rattle. First is up and is good. Mitch Ryan comes back in for Farnsworth with half a minute to play. 24-19. Horeb can bring it to a 4-point lead once again with Doyle's second. It's up and is good as gold. 2 to play, so Mount Horeb now will be getting the last say in this first half. Checking in is Jorgensen for Kostrowski. Getting Kostrowski a break here just to Cradwell in the backcourt. Gets it up to Doyle left wing. 15 seconds. Jorgensen. For Cradwell, 4-3. Shot is long, no good. 3. Everett had a 3. Both teams have won 6 of their last 9. Battle of second and third in the Badger North Conference. Had a 3 that tied the game up at 11 after being down 11-5. Maybe what you do is you put the ball at half court, and whoever dives on it, grabs it, gets a chance to take a half court shot worth 5 points before the start of the second half. Wouldn't that be something? Well, that'd be a good way for people to get hurt. Watched the 30 for 30 on the XFL earlier this week. I think that was that either Monday or that was Saturday, last Saturday night. Like I said in the pregame show, folks, I don't know. Some days for all I know, today could be Thursday. I just know that I'm told that I have to be at some place that night. I go and I watch basketball as long as there's snow on the ground. And then, there's some kind of brownish leaves or some orange leaves or some red leaves. I usually am watching football. And then I know once the Super Bowl comes, I only watch basketball. And then there's the tournament that now I'm on the search for the perfect bracket, of course, as is every basketball fan that makes a bracket. Interesting concept idea for the tournament committee, as you have the college football playoff committee that does their top 4 teams for the last couple weeks and their rankings for the last couple of weeks of the season to kind of give folks at home an idea of what teams are looking like and what it might come down to. Heard that there's going to be a top 16 kind of thing with the basketball tournament committee. What they're going to do is they're going to have a show similar to that, but they're going to give the first 4 seeds out of each bracket. Should be interesting with Badgers right now ranked 7. Should be interesting to see what Mount Horeb's strength of schedule a little down. I'm a huge bracketology guy. You want to talk bracketology, call me, get my number. Won't give it out here on Wisco because then, who knows, it's going to be, you never know, too many odd people out there on, out there in the world. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure all you guys are fine out there listening. Anyways, enough of this. We'll get you back to basketball after this quick break. Mount Horeb down 4, 24-20 here in Sauk, Prairie tonight. When we come back, we'll have second half basketball action here on Wisco Radio. Enough of me rambling on. Here's a quick word from our sponsors. We'll be right back. Hello, folks, and welcome back here. We're all set for second half action, and Spencer Kostrowski will bring it into the front court for Sauk Prairie. Wilkinson gets it down to Everett. Got a couple fouls early, gets onto the block. He tries to go up and through Mitch Ryan and Mike Holm. He gets his own board. Now Mitch Ryan grabs the loose ball, and it'll be Mount Horeb. And Ryan Cradwell to lead the point here as he comes into the front court. Starters on here for both teams. Cradwell gives off to Mitch Ryan, goes over right corner for Doyle. In the right block is Holm. They know to key on him. They know he's been hot lately. He had 29 in their own gym less than a month ago. As Cradwell gives over for Doyle, right wing for 3. Shot is short, no good. Holler with the board. Gets it to Kostrowski. To Miller, back to Kostrowski, left wing for 3. Rims out, no good. Mitch Ryan the board. It's to Cradwell, who's up in the front court quickly. Hands off for Rose. He drives in, goes up strong on the right block. Shot is off, no good. Everett the board. Kostrowski quickly getting up here. He gets it to Wilkinson. Back to Kostrowski, gives off to Everett now, guarded by Mitch Ryan. They'll swing it around Miller. He'll stop the swing and give off to Wilkinson now, who cuts through to the top. Kostrowski off for Holler, who just pulls up for two. Bank shot off, no good. Holm the board. He gets it to Cradwell. Cradwell to the front court, guarded by Holler. Over for Holm, now right corner for... He's now got 7 for the game. 24-23, Mount Horeb just down a single one here. 16 minutes exactly here, second half. Now Mitch Ryan tries to take it away, and a foul is called as he tried to step in front of that pass. And that's going to be Mitch Ryan's first. Sauk got into foul trouble there. Actually, Mount Horeb got down deep into the double bonus in the first half. Mount Horeb only had, I believe, 3 fouls. As a team, 3 or 4. So Miller gives off. Kostrowski bounce pass over for Wilkinson. Left wing for 3. Shot is short. No good. Mitch Ryan the board, and a foul is called on the rebound. 15:45 left. And now a push is called. That one's on Wilkinson, his third. He's probably going to have to come off here. He will for Jorgensen. Take his place. Mount Horeb's down 1. Points on this possession can make it a tie ball game or a lead for Mount Horeb. Rose gets it right corner for Holm. He goes to his left. He muscles his way in. Goes up with the right hand. Shot is long, no good. Mitch Ryan grabs support. Goes up, turns around with the right hand, is good. Nice little hook with that right hand. 2 points for him. And Mount Horeb has the lead, 25-24. Starting off with a 5-0 run at least. Everett goes to his right. Spins on Ryan. Now works back to his right. Goes with the right-handed hook shot. Got it to go. Nice shot there from Everett. Got to give the man credit where he has earned it. 26-25, Sauk with a slight press as Rose gets it back to Cradwell. Jorgensen, guard Cradwell, but now Mitch Ryan in the right corner. He comes to his left, looks, now fires out for Rose, gets it back to Mitch Ryan. Now Cradwell top the key, goes back over for Mitch Ryan, gets the entry pass, but it is actually kicked away. Kick save there from Dawson Everett. Brian Quick, the goalie. Joel Hockey. Cradwell gets it into Doyle. He goes off to his right. He fakes the give to Rose. Now kicks out for Mitch Ryan. Jump shot. Baseline is good. He gets it to go. I told you, folks, last game, Mitch Ryan had that same shot. I told you, he likes those long 2-point jump shots. That one from about 16 feet as this foul is going to come on Mitch Ryan. Everett on the entry pass. It's Mitch Ryan's second. Team second. On the right side, Miller on the right side of the board to throw in here. He gets it into Kostrowski. Holler now goes to his left. Nice help there. Holler almost picked up that foot. He's lucky he didn't. Jorgensen now heads back to his left. Will have to get it. Now Miller, he goes to his right. Everett for 3 right wing. Shot is long off the brick. No good. Doyle quickly up into the front court. He looks, thought about it for a second. They'll swing it around though. Really good choice. Cradwell for Holm for straight on for 3. And he gets it to go. 2 for 2 here now. Second half for Holm from downtown. And now a timeout is called on the floor. That's going to be a full timeout from Sauk Prairie. We're going to take a timeout as well. This is Wisco Radio. We'll be right back. Welcome back here to Wisco Radio. Mount Horeb leading 30-26 here. As, heck of a start here for Mount Horeb. Second half on a 10-2 run right now. Got the Sauk Prairie Eagles and head coach Levi Massey to take a timeout there, a full one. As they have the lead, Kostrowski will bring it to the front court for Sauk on this offensive possession. He bounces over to Miller. Still at the top of the key. Looks, cutting Kostrowski. Will go to the right on his baseline, and now foul's called. Doyle was there the whole way. Doyle feeling a little something in his ankle. Norman will head to the check-in table. Doyle. Foul. That'll be his first. Team's third. He'll kind of jog it off there. Norman will head back onto the floor for him, and Everett will throw in for Sauk. 13:42 left. Everett gets it to Miller. Bounce pass in for Everett is taken away on the front by Mitch Ryan. His third steal tonight, kind of like an Ethan Happ here, steals leader. Heck of some hands here tonight as Mitch Ryan's down in the left corner looking for somewhere to go. Tries to bounce, gets it to Holm. He goes up strong. Hoop and the harm. Count the bucket for Holm. He'll head to the line. Man, heck of a start for Holm in the second half as he gives Mount Horeb a 6-point lead, possibly 7 with the possibility of a free throw. 13:27 left here. Holm, his first is up and as beautiful as the and one. Kostrowski will bring it up. Now them in the deficit. 33-26, they're down. Holler to his left. Stops. Gets it to Kostrowski, top of the key. Swings it around. Rattle in the right corner. Nice help from Mitch Ryan. Jorgensen over for Kostrowski. Kostrowski goes to his left, to Holler. He'll go to his right for Rattle. Rattle to Jorgensen. He dribbles in with the left. He lost it. That's ball out on the floor. Went off of the foot. Kostrowski will swing around. Holler. He dribbles in with the left now to his right on Rose. He picks up his dribble. Needs to go somewhere with it. Gets it to Kostrowski. Kostrowski over for Holler. He dribbles to his right. Gets it to Rattle for straight on for three. Shot is off the left side of the iron. No good. Boarded by Nortman. Nortman, after a nice defensive possession in the front court, goes to his right. Kicks out for Mitch Ryan. Goes to his left. Gives it to Nortman on the right corner. He pulls it back out. Goes to his left. Little kick out for Cradwell. Fires into Rose on the right block or left block. He dribbles in. Now goes up strong. Right hand and is good for two. Rose now has three. Nice work from Mount Horeb here in the second half. 35-26, Mount Horeb, the 9-point lead with 12:10 to go. Rattle has the top of the key, guarded by Holm. Jorgensen left wing. Back to Rattle. Will swing it around. Everett from the right wing. Dribbles in, gets it to Rattle. Thought about it. Back to Everett, looking for the entry pass. Swinging around to Rattle to his left for Kostrowski, who dribbles to his left, guarded by Cradwell. Now go out right corner for Everett for three, and he gets that one to go. Everett's second three of the night, and it's 35-29. Now a little bit of a now a whistle, an inadvertent whistle. Levi Massey wanted a travel call, won't get one with 11:40 left here. As Wilkinson comes back on for Jorgensen here. Cradwell gets it in for Nortman. He goes to his left, guarded by Rattle. He beats Rattle into the front court. He passes off to Mitch Ryan, goes up strong, right hand and good. Two more for Mitch Ryan, and he's got 6. 11.5 to play, 37 now. Mount Horeb has up 37-29. Wilkinson gives off for Kostrowski. Looking to get it in for Miller, or Holler, I should say, as Kostrowski goes to his left. Now swinging around Rattle now. Give it back to Everett, back to Rattle left wing. Go, look to swing it. Wilkinson for three right wing. Shot will roll off, no good. Nortman will gather. Get it to Rose, who wants to push the pace a little bit. Doesn't quite have the numbers. Pulls it up safely, gets it to Cradwell. He goes over right corner for Mitch Ryan. He brings it to his left. Now bounce pass in for Nortman on the right block. A little bit of a reach. He goes in strong, right-handed, 2 for Nortman. 39-29. Mount Horeb is completely turned around in this second half. Up 10 now. Kruger will head to the table. Give off to Rattle, top of the key. Over. the left for Everett. Everett will give off for Kostrowski. He'll go to his left. Get it in for Everett. Nice help defense from Rose. Everett will go up with the right and get it to go. 39-31 as Nortman crossing up Rattle. He goes to his left. Lost it. Rattle now takes it away. He's up into the front court, and he goes up strong with the right hand and gets it to go. Does Carson Rattle. Tried to get a little too fancy, did Nortman. Bradwell gets it up to Nortman now, 39-33. Nortman dribbles in, stops, gives it to Holum, but they'll call Nortman for a walk first. And now we'll have a couple of check-ins. Rose will come off for Kruger. Classy and Doyle come on for Rose, Cradwell, and Nortman. And with 9:54 left here in this ball game, Mount Horeb up 6. Kostrowski brings it to the front court. Rattle gives off for Wilkinson, top of the key. Goes over for Jorgensen, who just checked back in. Going to his left is Rattle for Kostrowski in the left wing. He dribbles to his right, kick out for Jorgensen. Mitch Ryan guarding the entry pass, going up, looking. Now Wilkinson going up. He goes up, just lasers the left hand in there. Wilkinson for 2. Now 6-0 run here from Sauk, and it's 39-35. Holm comes to his right. He uses enough of that big length. Bounce pass for Classy. Back to Holm. Goes up strong. And no, the bucket doesn't fall. But the foul will be on Sauk Prairie. And Holm, will head to the line for 2. It'll be Wilkinson in his 4th. He's been scoring most of the points here for Sauk here tonight. As Farnsworth goes to the line. Holm's first is short off the front iron. Uncharacteristic miss there for Holm from the line. Mitch Ryan will come off the floor, and will come Farnsworth. Holm's second now. Up, and that one's good. Just under. Back to Miller, who dribbles into his right, gives it to Jorgensen, thinks he has a clear lane, goes up strong with the left hand. Nice box out, tipping it out is Classy, and Doyle coming off after his ankle is good, goes up high and gets it. Goes over for Holm in the right wing, now in the right corner to Classy, dribbles to his left. Looking, kicks out. Farnsworth left wing for 3. Shot is long off the back iron, no good, tipped out. Now it's a battle to the backcourt, and Holm's going to get there. And that's going to be a foul on the loose ball. Farnsworth comes up a little slow. That's going to be a foul on Aiden Young. His second. Team's 4th. And now Mount Horeb will have it. And Sauk looks like they're going to try and press now with 8:31 to go. Doyle looking. Gets it into Classy, who fires it back to Doyle. Goes to his right. Around the left on Kostrowski, back to the left on Doyle. Doyle up into the front court, now calling a timeout is Coach Nessheim with 8:21 left. It's only 30 seconds, but wow, heck of a start here for Mount Horeb. In this second half, Mount Horeb so far outscoring Sauk 20-13. Most of the help coming from Michael Holm's 10-point second half so far. He's got 14 on the night. As of right now, Doyle adding 6, Nortman with 4. Rose has added 3 to the score sheet. Kruger with 3, Farnsworth with 1, and Mitch Ryan with 6. 8:21 left here in this ball game. Mount Horeb up 40-35. Sauk with 14 fouls, Mount Horeb with 3. Sauk has used a timeout, and now so has Mount Horeb. Mount Horeb being a 30, and Sauk's being a full after Mount Horeb started on a 10-2 run. Doyle gets it in for Kruger. That's where Mount Horeb will start their possession. Kruger gives over to the right wing. Kruger, a nice cut. It was open. Now in the right corner. Farnsworth all alone. He lost it out of bounds. And now with 8:11 left, Mitch Ryan will come in for Farnsworth. As Sauk now retains possession. Kostrowski will lead the charge here for Sauk. Kostrowski gives for Jorgensen. Looking for the cutting rattle, has the top of the key. Classy there, nice defense. Now Doyle and Kostrowski. Miller gives off for Kostrowski again, top of the key. Jorgensen goes to his left, guarded by Krug. Gets onto the block, kicks out for Young. He goes to his left, gets down to the block, kicks out for Jorgensen. Now they'll swing around Kostrowski to rattle. Fires in for Miller, guarded by Holm. He goes to his left, looking for somewhere to go. Gets it to Jorgensen. Now goes off the shoulder of Miller. Now Classy does a nice job with his body control, not running into Rattle on the loose ball. Kostrowski will give off for Jorgensen. Back to Kostrowski. He goes to his left. Kostrowski now pulls up. Shot is short off the front iron. And Classy with the board. Classy gives off to Kruger. Kruger gives off to Doyle. Doyle comes to his left. Doyle now top of the key and Mitch Ryan. Over to Classy. To Holm right block. He goes to his left. Now goes up strong with the right hand. Bank is off, no good. Offensive board. Kruger flips it up off, no good. And a foul is going to be called. That one looks to be on Cole Miller, 23 of Sauk. Only thing on his stat sheet now is that foul. 15 foul. Actually, I should say his second. Cradwell comes on for Classy now. 6:58 left here in this ball game. Mount Horeb up 40-35. Doyle to inbound. Looks, gets it in for Mitch Ryan. Goes to the left corner for Kruger. Looking to get it in for Holm. He's got the hot hand. Mitch Ryan is swinging around. Cradwell gets down to the block, stops, kicks out top of the key for Doyle. Now goes back to his right, gives off to Cradwell. 6:45 to play. Cradwell now Kruger in the right corner. He dribbles to his left. Back to Cradwell now, right wing. Kruger swinging around. Doyle goes to his left. Has a knocked out from behind by Kostrowski. Everett grabs the loose ball and gives it off to Rattle. Just under 6.5 to play. 6:25 now. Kostrowski has it. Free throw line gives off for Miller. Swing it around. Holler for Rattle, right wing. Rattle dribbles in with the left. Bounce pass over for Everett. He'll dribble to his left. Now Cradwell almost there to swipe it away. Nice defense. Now left corner Rattle. Swinging around. Kostrowski will have to force a swing. Miller goes for Everett. Now Rattle. He'll let this one fly for three. Shot is off, no good. Hold him the board, and a foul. Looks like it hit the top part of the hanging backboard with 5:53 left. No breaks in sight other than this one now. Off will come Rattle. Cradwell gets it in for Holm. Back to Cradwell, who's guarded by Jorgensen. Cradwell fires in for Doyle, who goes to his left for Mitch Ryan, who looks to Doyle. Gonna let this one fly from the top. Straight on is good for three. Doyle with three more. He's got 9 for the night. 43-35. The lead now with 5.5 to go. Kostrowski over for Miller for Everett now. Looking. He's looking to go somewhere. Nice defense. Nice help. Jorgensen for Kostrowski on the left wing. He dribbles in. Looks. Fires out for Everett. Left wing for three. He says, I see it, and I'll have another. Everett for three once again. Press still on for Sauk here. 43-38. Cradwell stops. Now fires up for Kruger. He's on the right wing for Holm, right corner for three. Shot is off, no good. Boarded by Holler, which Ryan might have caught a finger or two. Now right-handed wing is up and good for Everett. And we have a timeout called to make sure that Mitch Ryan is all good. Now it's 43-40. Mount Horeb's lead has dwindled. Off the floor will come Mitch Ryan, and so will Doyle for Rose and Nortman. So it's Cradwell, Holm, Nortman, Kruger, Rose. Cradwell gets it in for Holm with a little bit more than that, 4:45. Cradwell gets up for Kruger. Looks, gets it up for Holm. He swipes it away, goes over for Rose left corner, back to Kruger. Holm will swing it around for Cradwell. Cradwell in the right corner. Looks, goes back to the top of the key for Rose, Nortman. Now over for Kruger, left corner. He dribbles in with the right, goes up strong with the right hand. Shot is short off the front iron, no good. Everett grabs the board. Everett with 4:20 to play. Down 3. Gives off Everett for straight on for 3, and that one is good. And we have a tie ball game once again. Everett with his 4th 3 of the night. Cradwell gives up for Nortman. Goes to his left, now goes back to his right. Cradwell looking, and now a timeout's called by Coach Nessheim. It's going to be a full timeout. And so we're going to take a timeout as well with 4:03 to play. The score is 43 apiece. Here on Wisco Radio, we'll be right back. Welcome back here to Wisco Radio, 43 apiece. 4:03 left here in this one. Tight ball game. Mount Horeb scored a bunch right away. But now Sauk Prairie has worked their way back from down as many as 10. And like I said, tie ball game. Mount Horeb has the ball coming out of the timeout. They're second in the half. Sauk Prairie with 5 team fouls, Mount Horeb with 3. Cradwell to inbound. Sauk has been going with the press here in the second half. Gets it to Kruger, does Cradwell. Press pretty much breaks other than Miller on Kruger. Now has a man behind him. Now Kruger looking for somewhere to go. Fires it through to Nortman. Gets it to Rose on the right wing. He'll just kind of pull it out and let the offense run its course. He goes to the right corner. Does Nortman back for Rose. Down to the right block in. Kruger kicks it out for Rose. To Holm top of the key. Back over for Rose on the right wing. He goes, kicks out for Kruger, swings around. Cradwell left wing for 3. Shot is long, no good. Offensive board Miller, and now a foul is going to be called on Kruger, trying to swipe it away from Miller. Team's 4th. 3:32 left. Doyle and Mitch Ryan coming back on here for Kruger and Nortman. 43 apiece. Ostrowski not on the floor here. Big for Mount Horeb to get their points while they can. Jorgensen over for Miller. Swings for Holler. Goes up with the right hand. Blocked. Rejected. Stays in bounds. Mitch Ryan. Beautiful rejection there. Mount Horeb ball. Cradwell gives off for Rose right wing. He'll hand it back off to Cradwell top of the key. They'll spread it out. Cradwell goes to his right. He spins. Gets down. Goes up strong. Right-handed layup. The basket and the foul. Cradwell will head to the line for another. Cradwell's first since the first half. I believe he had the first score of the entire ball game. 45-43 as Rattle will come off the floor and Kostrowski will come on. Cradwell long off the back iron. Mitch Ryan tips it out. Now it finds its way into Holm's hands. He gets it to Rose. Straight on for 3. And the shot is good. Rose from way downtown. 48-43. The 5-point play for Mount Horeb with 2:50 to go. He'll hand off for Kostrowski going to his left. Hinds it off to Holler. To Jorgensen. They're working that left side hard. Gets it to Holler. He pulls it out for Jorgensen. Jorgensen will give it to Miller, who wants to go to his right. He gives out to Kostrowski. He'll dribble in with the left. Fake a pass. Find Jorgensen for 3. Shot is long, no good. Holm pulls down the board. Holm gets it to Doyle, who's going to feel the press from Kostrowski. He goes with the left. Now he has to get it across, and he does. Looking, fires it in for Mitch Ryan. He fires it out, right corner. Holm will swing it back around outside with 2:10 to go. Gets it, Doyle does to Cradwell. Finds a cutting Mitch Ryan in the right corner. Looking, gets it in for Holm, right block. He dribbles it off his foot and out of bounds. 2:03 to go. Mount Horeb's lead is sustained at 5. Rattle and Jorgensen come off. Rattle comes on for Jorgensen. Holler on for Miller. Wilkinson and Kostrowski, Rattle, Everett, and Holler for Sauk. As Wilkinson goes, baseline jump shot is long, air ball no good. Mitch Ryan pulls down the board. Doyle gets it over to Cradwell, who will run the point. Back to Doyle to get it across half court. He's guarded by Rattle. Cross from right to left on Rattle. Kicks out now. Mitch Ryan comes. Top of the key for Rose. He dribbles in left hand, goes up strong with the right, the hoop, and the harm. Counted in the basket for Rose. He's been playing head to the line for the 1-and-1. He's got 6 here tonight. Mitch Ryan up and good on his first. Miller will come on for Wilkinson now with 1:04 to go. Eagles down 6 to Mount Horeb. Or Vikings. Rattle's free throw is good, 51-46. He's now Jorgensen will come on for Rattle after he gets the free throw to fall. Sauk will press here. Cradwell can run the baseline. He does. He gets it to Doyle. Doyle, little jab step, kind of pulls it back, now crosses on Holler. Now he gets it up into the front court. Doyle goes from left to right on Holler. Now Holler will reach around with 55 seconds to play, and Doyle will head to the line for the 1-and-1 opportunity. Next time Sauk commits a foul, they'll be in the double bonus. Doyle's first free throw. Breath up and rolls off, no good. Miller grabs the board. He's up into the front court quickly. Kostrowski hits it up for Jorgensen. Left wing, Kostrowski goes over for Miller. Right wing for three. Short, no good. Cradwell there. Now Holler with the offensive board. Off, no good. Rose grabs it. And now a foul is going to be called down low. 40 seconds to go, and Rose will head to the line. He'll get a pair for sure, though. Mount Horeb with 16 fouls. Next one there. Sauk will shoot the 1-and-1. Jorgensen gets his second. Rolls with 8 on the day. First free throw's up and good. 52-46 now. Jorgensen and Miller come off. Rattle and Wilkinson come on. Rose prepared for his second. Up and good. He's got 10 for the day. 53-46. Under 40 to play now. Kostrowski lost it out of bounds. It's going to be off Kostrowski. Mount Horeb ball. 37 seconds to go. Defense from Doyle there was impeccable. Sauk will still decide to press. Down 7, 37 seconds to go. Cradwell gets it in for Mitch Ryan. He's up into the front court. Goes over for Doyle. Goes up with the right hand. 2 more for Doyle. That'll put him at 11. And Kostrowski's into the front court. Up 55-46. Everett goes around for Holler. Left wing for 3. Shot is off and no good. Tipped out by Jorgensen, but it's going to be Mount Horeb ball with 18 seconds to play. Kostrowski ended up in the second or third row there. Cradwell gets it to Holm. He's going to come up, guarded by Kostrowski. It's going to fall out of his hands. Holler's going to grab it. Kostrowski up in the front court with the left hand. Shot is off, no good. Holm the board. Cradwell flips it up to Mitch Ryan. He'll bring it down. Everett there. Give it off to Cradwell, and that's the game. Mount Horeb with another win while holding their opponents to under 50 points. They move to 6-0 when they do such. And another conference win. Now both teams at 6-3 in the conference. Mount Horeb, quite the second half from your Mount Horeb Vikings. We're going to head to a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have a quick post-game show here on Wisco Radio. Vikings with another win. Stay tuned for more. Welcome back here to Wisco Radio. Bryce Hopwood here for you, calling that Mount Horeb victory 55-46. The final, Mount Horeb holds their opponents to under 50 points and wins another. Undefeated still when they do so. For Sauk's side of things, Rattle ends with 8. Everett has 15 in the second half, ends with 18. Jorgensen and Kostrowski ends with the 2 and 3 that they had actually at the break. Kostrowski, another really average game against this Mount Horeb team. Wilkinson ends with the 8 he had at the break, and Holler has 5, making one free throw that he attempted here tonight. As for the winning side of things, Mount Horeb, wow, some fantastic play here in the second half. Doyle adds 5 in the second half to his 6, so he ends with 11. Rose with 10. I believe that's his second or third in a row with double digits. Nortman ends with 4. Kruger had his 3 in the first half, ends with that. Holum adds 10 in the second half, was averaging 18 points a game in his last 4, has 14 tonight. He's had double digits for, I believe, 5 in a row now. Cradwell ends with 4. Farnsworth with his 1 lone free throw. First game of the year without a 3-point field goal going in for Farnsworth. That one is of note. And Mitch Ryan ends the game with nice 7 points. Added a couple free throws in there at some points. And hey, Mount Horeb played a pretty good overall game. Doyle had been averaging 9 points in his last 3, ends with 11. And then, like I said, Holm 18 points a game exactly in his last 4, adds 14 here tonight and 10 in the second half. Had a 8-0 run. Mount Horeb went on a couple different runs. One of 10-2 to start the second half, went up 30-26. Then Sauk kind of fought their way back. Mount Horeb then, tie ball game at 43 apiece, goes on an 8-0 run to kind of finish off things. And outscore Sauk by 13, 35-22 here, second half. Give the 55-46 win after being down 24-20 in the first half. So, hey, I don't know what Mount Horeb ends up moving to 10-7. Now they have 2 non-conference games in a row. Friday, Monroe cross-conference matchup. Monroe comes to town, and then Saturday you have Dodgeville for that makeup coming into town. This Sauk team actually lost to Dodgeville last Thursday, 65-48, so you can't really tell, but sometimes you can tell. Mount Horeb breaks Sauk's 4-game winning streak against Badger North opponents, so now Mount Horeb has actually won 4 straight against Badger North opponents. Mount Horeb now won 7 of their last 10. 6-4 for Sauk in their last 10, moves Sauk overall to 11-6, and both teams now 6-3 in the Badger North. Mount Horeb now 10-7 overall. Fantastic night of basketball once again here, folks. You'll hear from us next on Friday, possibly Thursday, for senior night for the girls. You should stay tuned with our Facebook and Twitter to find out more on that. Thank you, folks, for tuning in tonight. Hope you thought the stream was all good, and hopefully the video looked good for you. Thank you, folks, for tuning in as you usually do. And that's going to do it for us here tonight. 55-46. Mount Horeb with the 9-point lead gets their second win in a row, now 4-0 in their last 4 against conference opponents, and has won 7 of their last 10. A fantastic night of basketball here again on Wisco Radio. See you possibly Thursday. Like I said, stay tuned. Facebook and Twitter. Otherwise, you'll hear from us Friday, 7 o'clock pregame, as is the usual, here on Wisco Radio for the boys' game against Monroe. Cross-conference, you'll remember last time Mount Horeb played, Monroe was actually in the Badger Challenge here in Sauk. Holm ended that game with 29 points, 20 in the first half for Nick Schumacher of Monroe. He ended up ending with 23. It was quiet. He went 7 of 7 on his first shots, 6 of those being 3. He started off 6 of 6 and ended, I believe, 6 of 9, missing all his 3-point shots. I know that for a fact in the second half. So thank you, folks, for tuning in. That's all for us here. Bryce Hopwood had the call for you tonight. 55-46. Vikings win. Next time we see you will be either Thursday or on Friday. Stay safe the rest of the week. hope you tune in on Thursday or Friday. Thank you, folks. Once again, this is Wisco Radio. We'll see you soon.